Ryse, Son of Rome is a modern epic, an epic molded by a tradition that stretches as far back as Homer's Iliad. Like its predecessors, Ryse begins in media res, in the middle of things, has a godlike epic hero, a mythical suit of armor, conflict amongst the gods, and, most importantly, a hidden agenda. While Ryse, Son of Rome may at first appear to be a mindless gore fest created to show off next-gen graphics, it actually carries with it a potent political message. Join me, Axel Alerpler, as I examine Ryse, Son of Rome in this new video series, Between the Lines. Marius, the first piece of the puzzle, greatly resembles the ideal American hero. He is strong, skilled in combat, and a great leader. He is loved by his men, victorious in battle, and respectful of his superiors.
So you'll be starting out alone?
Understood, sir. It's an honor.
What's more, Marius is not simply a killing machine. He has a good moral compass.
By the gods, we fight for the glory of Rome. What kind of glory is this?
He feels compassion on behalf of his enemies that deserve compassion. Unfortunately for Marius, a soldier, however great, can only be as great as the superpower for whom he fights. Rome, the second piece of the puzzle, greatly resembles a highly functional dystopian America. There is a facade of cleanliness. People happily attend the gladiatorial games, soldiers protect every street corner, and the barbarians seem far away. However, everything is not as peachy as it seems. Underlying the hard chocolatey shell of society, there is a melting cesspool of Rocky Road ice cream. Soldiers rape women. Anyone who defies the state is killed and disposed of in a mass grave.
59! How many more? About 100 or so. Up on Via Augusti, someone drew Nero's face on a horse's arm. Not a good idea. Talk about collective punishment. They're burying the whole street.
And old men are reduced to filth and begging.
Who will help us? There's no clean water, no sanitation, no bedding, and food. What food? I have to beg for it.
How has this decay come about? Corruption in the government. The government, the third piece of the puzzle, is responsible for all the woes of society. The emperor and his sons are fat and selfish, proud and cruel.
King Oswald, here is your peace.
And concerned only with themselves and their image.
I, communist! Your general! Your savior! Your god!
The Senate isn't much better. According to Commander Vitalian,
The Senate is nothing but frightened old men.
However, we soon find that a greedy emperor and an impotent Senate is only the tip of the iceberg. The iceberg here represents the problems outlined in the last paragraph. The gods, the final piece of the puzzle, are the puppet masters.
Marius, watch out!
You mortals play your games. We gods play ours.
We have the ideal American hero, a dystopian America, and a fat government. All that's missing are the lobbyists. In the real world, they pay off officials with money, votes, and gifts. In the world of Ryse, they use their magical powers to shape the course of Roman politics for their own gain. So, who is Ryse really condemning? It is not condemning the soldiers, the people, or even ultimately the government. Ryse, Son of Rome, is condemning the people who profit from behind the scenes, the lobbyists. Now, there's a simple question. What should we take away from Ryse? Well, it's critical we identify who the real enemies are. Are they the barbarians in the Middle East? Britannia? Or are they the fat cats we've elected, passing policies informed by bribes? Once we've identified the real villains, it's critical that we stand up to them, but not with violence. Remember, Nero can only die by his own sword. And no, I'm not saying that we should impale politicians on the Statue of Liberty, but we should hit them with the law. Dismiss the politicians who openly break the law. Liquidate officers that harass specific political parties, and impeach presidents who abuse their power to pass unpopular legislation. It doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a Tea Partier, a donkey shagger, or a libertarian. We all have to be Damocles, and we all have to work to change our world.